Welcome to another episode of Neon Radio Podcast. I'm Reece.
I am Dan.
Don't sell the boat. I'm Declan.
Oh.
We're beginning another run of Marvel series. This one here is Falcon and the Winter Soldier. We are reviewing episode 1 this week. Just to give you a little bit of information about the show, it's being directed, all 6 episodes, by Kerry Skoglund, who has also directed television shows like House of Cards, The Punisher, Handmaid's Tale, and many more.
Oh, cool.
This episode is written by and created for television by Malcolm Spellman, head writer and showrunner. He's done quite a bit, but I'd have to bring his stuff up. And that's pretty much it about the info about it. It's very simple. So far, there's not a hell of a lot to go on with it.
No.
But anyway, just to let you know, we do spoil the show. So go out, watch the episode, come back and listen to us break it down.
Yes.
I did first last time.
Did you?
Yeah, he did.
Thank you.
Remember there was
Thank
a big
you.
debate.
Declan,
Yes.
you go first.
Yeah, I really like this. I thought it was like the word that I would use to describe it is sleek.
Yes.
That action sequence to open it up, man, is how fucking good was that?
You don't see that on a TV show.
That was like new Mission Impossible movies level of
heaps good
set pieces, and everything was so easy to follow. It was so
Really easy to
smooth.
follow,
I was just going, this is crazy. It's so
Very
good.
Yeah.
It was a real enjoyable ride, and I am actually I feel stupid for not realizing they were going to do this, but the delving into Bucky's psyche and his backstory is a super intriguing part of this show for me now as well.
Yeah.
I'm real on board with these characters. I was like hyped for this show for the action.
Yeah.
But I'm hyped to watch. And watching
drama.
it now, I'm like, oh yeah, what? Like Bucky and Sam really haven't gotten that much time yet, and I'm glad that we're getting it with them now. It's really cool. Yeah. So that's really all I need to say about it.
It does definitely show that Bucky doesn't get much time at all.
Yeah.
I mean, if you look at the past films, he really just sits in Wakanda for a long time.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
It's true.
But you kind of got his pain.
Yes.
Kind of thing. Yeah.
Correct.
I'm super intrigued to see where it goes. I really only have sort of nice things to say, and there's not, like you said, there's not too much to go on.
Yeah.
And there's nothing to be super critical about in this episode either. It's quite like, I felt like it was quite well managed. So
Yeah.
Fair enough.
yeah.
Yeah. I agree that that opening scene was just ridiculous. It was really good. I'm going, wow, this is insane.
A lot of death as well.
Yeah.
I noticed.
Got no issues with that.
Wow.
Especially when you're flying in helicopters,
Yeah, exactly.
500 feet up in the air.
Yeah.
It's things like he pulls someone off the helicopter and then snaps the line.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you're like, okay.
Crazy. Yeah. Yeah.
You're not going to
that.
save him?
They don't have no killing rules in the Marvel.
I guess not,
I
yeah.
like it.
They never have.
Yeah.
Captain America full blown kills people in his
Yeah. But I enjoyed the. I actually liked the psychologist scene. Just trying to break him down.
That was kind of fun scene. Yeah.
Then again, that felt like a little short film as well. Had that sort of vibe to it. I think it needed it because how was he going to introduce him into it? I liked how Sam, palmed off the shield.
Yeah.
He's still trying to make a decision on that. Who's the new Captain America?
It's not. It's so that character in the comics is called US Agent, and he does come in when Captain America steps down from the role. I actually think it's when Captain America goes into hiding after the
Civil War.
It wasn't Civil War in the comics, but some sort of similar thing. He does.
Right.
He lets go of the mantle, and they bring in US Agent.
Is he souped up as well?
I believe so. And he does take the moniker of Captain America at one point.
For a while he does, but
But he's his own.
in this
thing.
one here, I think they're doing a bit of a, what's it called? Mandarin moment. I feel like he's just like a face.
Yeah.
At the moment.
No, totally.
Because they fight with the shield later on, don't they?
Well,
in the trailers.
in the trailers they get the shield back.
Oh,
so-
they're doing something different with it, which Marvel has been doing now that they've been able to flex their muscles a bit more. So,
well, my girlfriend saw it and she was like, saw him come out with it, and she goes, "This is so wrong." Straight away, she's like, "No."
But it's good. I think they needed that.
He's got like the cauliflower ears as well. You noticed?
No, I didn't see
Because
that.
I think he's a footballer character, US agent.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
You know what's cool, man? Seeing the Cap Museum.
museum,
the Smithsonian,
Yeah.
and having War
was
Machine there was cool too.
Yeah.
Rhodey, that was cool. I was like, oh wow. I was like, oh, they're actually just like full.
This makes sense.
Yeah.
Though.
Yeah.
Like they'd be working as like a US Air Force type of thing or something like that.
Yeah.
You know?
So that was good. I'm intrigued with the villain. I know it's Daniel Bruhl. He hasn't come in yet, but the other super soldier that Torres.
Flag Smasher.
Oh, that's him. Yeah. So I'm keen to see, how he came to be.
Well,
and what his purpose is.
I'll give you a little bit of background story on Flag Smasher if you would like, Dan.
You. Okay.
Do you want to say your?
Yeah, maybe I'll do that first. Sorry. Yeah, no, I enjoyed it. I just think that it's got a bit of a way to go. Obviously, it's the first episode. It's introducing us again to these characters and bringing them to the forefront for us for the first time. And it felt a little bit slow. Both me and my girlfriend were sitting there like, well, okay, well, there's not much that really happened.
But like you said, though, it's
But
the
it's
first
setting it up.
I always forgive first episodes.
Yeah.
Like
See,
that,
I
though.
watched the what's it called, Just League first,
Yeah, same.
and I watched this. I went,
Yeah, it just wasn't the... Yeah, I
but
know.
it's still good.
You just watched a 4-hour epic.
yeah, I know.
Like,
yeah.
Yeah, so I'm probably not as high on the Justice League cut as you guys are, to be honest.
That's fair enough.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, don't get me wrong. This is.
I just
still
thought that
good
opening
teaser.
action sequence enough was worth the price of admission.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, yeah, for sure. I agree.
Yeah.
And that's why what
it's
I was
only
going to
the
get
first
to
episode.
is one of the first things I also said to my girlfriend was I give it 3 episodes.
But also, you need
You know
to...
what I mean?
Yeah.
I feel like 3 episodes is kind of... And I know that's half of this series.
Yeah,
But it's not really...
That's kind of wild to me because I feel like this was a real good first episode.
Yeah, it was good. It was good episode.
Fair
I'm
enough.
going to say is there were talks. I don't know if this is legit or not, from what I've been reading. But they said they shot this as a 6-hour movie and cut it up
That
into
makes
episodes.
more sense.
Yeah.
But maybe not 6 hours. Can't be 6
Or
hours.
it was like 5 hours.
6 episodes,
Yeah.
50 minutes each.
What's
roughly.
that? 3 hours?
Yeah.
How long was
50
that?
minutes. It didn't go for 50 minutes.
It's
It was
45 minutes.
No,
44
it
minutes, I
said
think.
50 minutes on the thing, but there's 15 to 20 minutes worth of credits.
No, it's 6 minutes of credits.
Is
I
it?
checked the time code when I paused it at the end.
Fuck,
Yeah.
it must have been way longer than I expected then.
Yeah.
Well, that's good. So it's 45 minutes.
Yeah, it'd be like 5 hours all up, something like that.
So maybe you're right. Is that what, 3? I think about, 5-6 hours. Wow. Okay, well, that makes sense then.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cool.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Awesome.
sorry, what we'll,
So yeah, at the end of it, sorry.
I did another handbrake.
Let's. I got to steer the show. By the end of it, I did enjoy it. I just I'm intrigued to see where it's going.
Right.
The only thing I'm kind of because it's not the same. We just finished WandaVision, and it's completely different
Yeah.
feeling. And
It
the
just
thing
feels like
I
a normal
really
Marvel
loved for
show to me.
WandaVision was the mystery.
That's what I was going to say to you though as well. I think that WandaVision had the benefit of giving us 2 episodes in one hit. Like
Yeah.
if WandaVision had given us 1 episode, I think that the hype wouldn't have been as high for that show.
But
right?
it's funny because like episode 1, I was still intrigued because of how very odd things were happening. For example, you get
Yeah.
the whole like the moment at the table, and then by the end of it, you see someone at a VCR,
I think
and that
Yeah.
all those things were like, oh, I want to know who's that and what's happening here.
yeah.
With this
I
one here, it's less like
think-
that. It's more of a story, just a
I
straight
think for
story.
me, though, with WandaVision, I don't, I liked the show, but I knew straight away that it was going to be an alternate reality that she created. So I think the mystery for me wasn't so
yeah.
big. Do you know what I mean? Like I was like, I know that this is going to be, where it's going, kind of thing. Whether it's this
Kind
one,
of. Yeah. Yeah,
you
you
did.
knew. Well, you knew that it was going to be an alternate reality, but
you knew that it was
the
going to be
things
her
around
having an
that-
emotional meltdown because they were focusing on all those things so much.
Yeah.
Like,
I like Falcon Winter Soldier better.
Yeah, that's fair enough. Yeah.
But I am genuinely more interested to see in this show because for me, this is my theory.
yeah.
Is the end of this going to be that Falcon is going to stay as Falcon and Bucky's actually going to take the mantle of Captain America?
I was thinking that.
I wouldn't be surprised.
Because
That
that's
makes
cool.
a lot more sense.
Yeah, he'll come. He won't have those crappy dreams anymore. He'll get
Yeah.
fixed up, and then bang.
Well, he
Or
also
something.
make amends, which is what he's trying to do.
Well, yeah,
Yeah.
himself with the dad and
Yeah.
to that picture in the background.
That being said, can I just end off my little part?
Oh, sorry.
I did enjoy it. Like,
Yeah.
it's not like I walked out of it going, I don't like it. I did enjoy it. I'm wanting more at the moment.
Then it's
That's-
served its
that's-
purpose.
It has, but I'm wanting more in this way of like, maybe you're right. Maybe 2 episodes would have been helpful on that front. But at the moment, I'm ready for the next episode so I can find out where this is going to go more. It just feels like a setup.
Yeah, when I first checked, I'm going, 1 episode, normally drop 2. But so I was like, bummer.
Yeah. But yeah. Anyway.
Well, it's the first act of a story, really.
Yeah. So it's good. So we get a sister. It's interesting. What do you think of that bank scene? How, like the whole the Avengers don't get paid and sort of like
that's been the most focused thing of the episode that everyone's talking about the most.
I just found it a bit weird.
It makes sense.
Yeah.
Well, it's kind of interesting that they address it, but it does because what he doesn't go into is though that like, as much as he probably wasn't getting paid a salary, they were living a very perky lifestyle in the Avengers compound under the funding of Tony Stark.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I guess so.
Stark could give him money.
Yeah.
Well,
why not?
He's dead now.
But his wife still owns it.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, it's like they're all disbanded.
Yeah, well, they don't really exist right now.
Yeah.
And everyone's trying to come to grips with the fact that they've been out of existence for 5 years.
Yeah, they mentioned that as well. Yeah,
that was so dumb though. That moment where they're like, "It's been 5 years. Things have changed with the money thing." But I guess if all these people come back in one go, it's like everyone wants money.
That would fuck the economy up.
It
would.
It makes sense, but it's also like
it does make sense.
There's no one. I guess governments don't do very well at anything these days with things like that.
You wouldn't know what to do. Like that. That absolutely would fuck the economy up.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, because unemployment would be like, because everyone would downsize.
Yeah.
Well, and all the people who
businesses
have left their money
for 5 years.
All the people that would have left their money in wills to people and houses have passed on to other people.
Yeah.
Like, that is actually a logistical nightmare.
Yeah, basically the whole world as we know it will just change.
Yeah.
It has to. Yeah. No, that's a good point if you look at it like that.
Yeah.
But the sisters, she was cool.
Yeah.
So
and the whole idea that. We may as well just jump into general thoughts.
Yeah, well, we can jump into general thoughts, yeah.
The whole, the villains that think the world was better under the snap.
Yeah.
That's an interesting concept.
Yeah, but you missed the biggest thing. Reese's thoughts on the titles.
Yeah.
They rip. They always rip. Are you kidding me? I was looking for like some more Wanda stuff in this one.
Yeah, I was actually
a little sliver.
I saw a vision floating up in the air that was from Wanda, yeah.
But I think it was from one of the other ones. I think the Scarlet one that I saw was from maybe Endgame, where she's fighting Thanos. But I was like, I was looking.
Yeah, I thought there might have been some, but
they always
then
get me,
thinking about it,
hyped.
they probably the final cut of these episodes was probably done before WandaVision finished its run. I'm guessing. So
probably yeah. But definitely those titles, those Marvel logos, get me going. I'm ready.
What do you think of the DC ones? Just like, out of curiosity.
Nah.
Not a big fan?
Nah.
I don't mind them.
Really? I'm not really for them. I feel it. Not like Marvel, because Marvel has the theme that we know now.
Are you being logoist?
Yeah, man. Yeah, I am.
Logoist.
Take this to my grave. But yeah, no, I think that because we know Marvel's sounds, like it's music and things like that, it's almost like it's not the equivalent yet, but I could see it futuristically becoming something like a Star Wars equivalent, where it's like, dun, 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 you have that come in, those horns. Feels the same and dun, 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 dun,
Yeah, well, Star Wars even has it with the silence of the Lucasfilm logo. That's when you start to get the shit.
Yeah, and they go black screen, and then all of a sudden, bang, snap you in.
Yeah, even now it gives you goosebumps.
Yeah, it's really cool.
Yeah. So, like seeing that at a cinema, I can see kind of,
and you hear like the like.
Yeah.
And the pack of people eating their things.
Yeah.
But it's just subtle. If it just drops, it's like,
everything goes quiet for just a moment.
And then,
remember when we went to see The Force Awakens and that was like fully the hype train was just so real, and that started, the Lucasfilm came up and everyone started clapping and cheering. Like, that's magical little moments you don't get.
It's not the same anymore.
But I could see that happening with the big Marvel movies in an opening like this. I can see it like in the future.
Yeah.
I can't see it now, but just
if COVID and that as well.
Well, if things open up again, which it's going to be hard to get people back to the cinema.
They've been open up here the whole time.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
But we just don't get any movies. Yeah, like very, very few.
Kong versus Godzilla is coming out.
It's going to be on binge.
Is it?
Yeah, it's an HBO Max movie.
Oh, yeah, but it won't be straight away.
I think so.
Really?
I think that's how it's going to go.
Oh,
They're releasing...
I know the Disney ones, you got to pay premium.
What's it called? They're releasing them just straight to it.
Everyone hates that.
Yeah.
They're releasing it straight to it, I think.
Yeah, I think it comes a month later, I think.
Oh, we'll see.
Yeah. That's over Wonder Woman 984.
Yeah, Wonder Woman's... Is it on Binge yet?
Yeah.
Is it?
It's on all of them. I think it's on... Yeah, it's on Binge. It's on Binge or Netflix.
It's on Apple TV, but you have to pay for it. Yeah, I don't know if it's on. I don't know if it's a free streaming thing yet.
For payment, I think. But I think with HBO Max releasing in that way,
not all the HBO Max ones are coming to Binge. It's not. That's the contract isn't just straight. No. They do have. Don't get me wrong. Foxtel do have a contract with HBO and Warner Brothers, but the deal
this is Australian politics.
Yeah, the deal isn't so cut and dry that every movie that goes there is going to come here, because I was shocked that the Zack Snyder, but I now realise that's because it didn't get a theatrical release.
Right.
But the ones that are getting a theatrical release, I think we're being encouraged to go and see them at the cinema.
Okay, all right. Well, that's okay. I'd love to see Kong Godzilla at the cinema.
But that'd be good to watch in the cinema.
That's kind of what it's there for, isn't it? That movie.
Yeah.
It's kind of a cinema movie.
Yeah.
It's the whole reason.
I was actually surprised that it's because I remember.
Oh, no, I think it's on Amazon.
I remember hearing about it coming out.
Yeah.
Or that they were going to make it, and I was like, there's going to be a big build up to that. And then like just earlier this year, there was a trailer. I was like, oh shit, this is already happening.
They're finished.
I wasn't keen, but I looked and went, well, this could be pretty fun to watch at the cinema.
Well, I remember when I was working on Alien Covenant, I was there, and some of the guys working on Kong, and they'd finished up, and they said, Kong Godzilla is coming out in a couple of years.
Yeah, right.
And I went, what? And they went, no. At the end of the movie, they have they shot extra for Kong and Godzilla.
Yeah, but it was just a suitcase with a logo on it kind of thing, wasn't it? Yeah.
But there was other stuff they shot as well that they didn't
for real?
put in.
Yeah, right, yeah.
And they were saying to me, it's going to happen. And it's kind of like a closed door at the moment. No one really knows, just the people working on it.
Yeah.
And us telling everyone. And I'm like, okay.
That's how rumors start.
Yeah, exactly. But I was looking at it and I'm like, that makes sense. I mean, Kong Godzilla.
No, it can be cool.
But you heard what's in it as well. I don't want to handbrake too much. Should I tell you what's in it?
May as well now. You can't
come at everyone. Okay,
Declan
all right.
won't watch it.
Well,
I'm going to see it.
I
liked Kong Skull Island.
Mecha Godzilla
What's that?
in the film.
Oh, like a mechanical one.
Yeah.
What?
Yep.
So like what's that movie with the big mechanical suits?
Pacific Rim Godzilla.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Is it the same universe?
No,
it's not.
Nah. Thank God. That would be weird. Kaijus and
everyone's so over the top.
Yeah.
That's what it is, isn't it?
Every city gone.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Mecha Godzilla is going to be in it. It is a pretty big character in the old movies. But yeah, he's going to be present.
Okay.
Which makes me think that Godzilla and Kong will stop fighting at some point in time
to fight
Mecha Godzilla.
So it's basically Batman versus Superman.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fuck.
At
least Metropolis and Gotham aren't
Man,
just
nothing beats you go to the cinema
river.
and you have to have fucking popcorn.
With
I don't have popcorn because it makes me too thirsty, and then I drink too much drink and I need to pee.
I've got
4 years old.
I've got a big bladder, right? I just hold it.
I have a big bladder too, but I just don't like to take the risk. Because I remember going to see Lord of the Rings and I held it through the whole movie, and I remember just being in so much pain at the end.
You just need just a small one.
Especially when all these movies these days go for 4 hours.
I love it. It's good.
Anyway, let's
back to the topic at hand.
Sorry. There really isn't like a hell of a lot to talk about, but let's jump into a little bit of it. Obviously a great opening, rescuing the soldier, and also the smart move. Did
you recognize who the bad guy was too?
No.
The main one?
Who is he?
Because he escaped.
I recognized him. I actually was so proud of myself because I didn't need to go on the internet for Easter eggs to this one. He is the guy in Winter Soldier that Captain America has that 1v1 fight with on the boat.
What?
And the guy, goes, I thought you were more than just a shield. And then Cap puts the shield on his back and takes his helmet off and has like a proper one-on-one fist fight with him.
I can't remember that scene at all.
It's him. That's that guy.
Crazy.
Has he got superpowers as well?
No, he's just a buffed up Russian dude.
Georges Batroc.
Yeah, that's him, man. Same guy.
Hectic.
I confirmed it after too.
His name is George St. Pierre. Is he a fighter?
He was a stunt double, I think, maybe.
Yeah, I think you're right. Yeah.
But yeah, see? Captain America Winter Soldier.
Yeah. He was fit as.
Yeah.
They keep bringing back those characters.
It's
like
cool.
who was the
it's good.
Crossbones and that?
Yeah.
With, Frankie Boy?
Yeah.
Anyway.
That was when Captain America finally became a badass in the cinema universe, when he just does that and just beats the guy to shit. And just like, he kicks him through the door and everything.
Yeah.
Yeah,
cool.
yeah. Oh, yeah, I remember now. It was the opening of Winter Soldier.
Yeah, they're on the boat.
Where they're on the boat.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
And this, I would say that this show has the same vibe as Winter Soldier. It's got that spy vibe to it that Winter Soldier brought to the Captain America movies.
Yeah.
I'm getting the same sort of vibe from this show.
Yeah. Yeah, pretty much. It has you're right. It has a similar like Mission Impossible type of thing for that opening, as you said.
Yeah.
They make it intricate enough to be interesting, but not like confusing, which is really cool. And they do some something I really like is doing cool moves.
Yeah.
Like taking the missiles and grabbing the guy through the helicopter. What the fuck?
That's pretty
kidding?
Every time Sam retracts his wings and
Yeah.
falls
Dives.
and then pulls them back out again, it's fucking cool. It's so cool.
The CG is really good, man.
Yeah. It's solid. Even going through the canyon and scraping the wings along the sides of the canyon.
I just kept thinking, like, I was sitting there with my girlfriend, I was going, how clear is this shot? Like, I was just like, this
It's
is
really
so
nice.
insane. It was amazing.
And
Yeah.
they pulled out a lot to let him fly around,
Yeah.
which is really good.
And I watched the last movie that Sam was in. What's his name? Anthony.
Yeah,
Anthony
Anthony
Mackie.
Mackie. Yeah.
He's like a
He's a cool guy too.
yeah.
in
He's like a
interviews and stuff.
cyborg thing in the future.
Oh yeah.
Outside the Wire.
Yeah.
The one we were gonna do.
Yeah.
But you watch it and you're like, nah.
Yeah, it's an alright movie, but I just think it was just the wrong role for him because he was just always, I don't know, just a weird character.
Well,
Where this it just suits him so well,
Yeah.
I'm yet to complete his season of Altered Carbon. I really like the first season of Altered Carbon, but he was in the second season.
Okay, I lost interest in that.
Yeah, so, well, I don't know. I've heard it's pretty good, but not as good as the first one. But I'd be keen to continue it now, having watched this again and getting back into this type of stuff.
Yeah.
I'm watching Game of Thrones again with Joe. We're up to the Red Wedding one, so don't watch it without me.
So she doesn't know anything that's coming?
No.
Oh my god.
She always thinks that
my God.
when Jon Snow was getting taken away, he met what's her name?
Yeah, you know nothing, Jon Snow.
Ygritte.
Yeah. She goes, he's gonna die here because she always thinks in the back head of the marketing who killed Jon Snow.
Yeah.
So she doesn't know what's gonna happen. So which is good. So don't give anything right now.
Yeah.
But after this, I think I'm gonna rewatch. I only got to episode 3 of the Watchmen series. Apparently, it's really good.
Okay, yeah.
The Watchmen series is really good.
And it's on binge.
Yeah, it is.
Damon Lindelof finally doing something good.
So you watched it?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. No, it is the true successor to the comic.
Yeah.
Okay, so you
'Cause I'm a
watched it as
big,
well?
I'm
It's
a big,
fantastic.
I'm a big fan of the Watchmen comic. Yeah.
Okay,
And
sweet.
it does true service.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it might be my favorite show of last year.
It's quite good. It's very good.
Yeah, because last part,
I don't want to make that claim because I'm just trying to think of what else I watched. It was really good.
No, I think I really.
I think it was
favorite one last
2019,
year.
wasn't it?
Well, I only watched it last
Oh
year.
yeah.
So
I think it was late
Yeah.
2019.
yeah, because you would have had it on your
Foxtel. Yeah.
Foxtel, yeah.
That's actually the biggest reason I signed up to watch that and rewatch Game of Thrones. Yeah.
Game of Thrones is freaking good, man.
It's good,
Yeah.
man. It's
Even the early episodes.
It's heartbreaking.
So good.
It's heartbreaking the cliff dive it takes after season 5.
Yeah.
yeah.
But yeah, still
Anyway.
good.
Continue handbraking on this. Having the shield put up, having that moment where it finally gets shelved because he's just not sure. He feels like it's not right, doesn't fit him yet.
Well, and we know by the end of the episode that it was a bad decision to let them get their hands on it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Should have never touched it at all and just put it aside.
Yeah.
But yeah, it is interesting to see that character choice to start with, but not surprising. I think it's good because it will now propel the characters into a direction of needing to take responsibility.
Yeah. And
a bit more on that front.
Sam needs to learn to believe in himself and become a leader in this series too, because he is a great dude.
followed
Like
for so long.
he's
He's
probably
reserved.
the most strong of good morals next to Captain America in the Avengers films, and he's so loyal to Captain America. Anything he does, like, and there's that part in Civil War where he's like, "Did she tell you not to go after Bucky?"
Yeah.
And he's like, yeah. And he's like, she might have a point. And then Cap's like, look, you don't have to come with me, and I'm going to go no matter what. And he goes, hey, anything you do, I do. I'm just trying to make sure that everything's out on the table. Like,
Yeah,
and just
exactly.
like, he's just a loyal dude.
Yeah, it's
like,
good. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's going to be cool to watch him come into his own in this series. Yeah.
I guess even him not saying no, like he's persistent with the whole loan thing.
Yeah.
With his sister and stuff. So, yeah, it's a good part of his character, I think.
See where it goes. The broken alliances, figuring out one's place, scheme of Captain America's shield. So all of this, it's weird because Bucky is away from Falcon completely. It's like he's been put into another place where he's like, you got to figure your shit out before you come into the field again.
Yeah.
It's kind of where he is.
He's also not responding to texts from him, shit the psychiatrist says.
No friends.
He's shut himself off from everyone as well, I think,
Which is interesting because obviously he fought with them all in Endgame.
Yep.
But now that it's over, it's almost like he has to do some self-searching again still.
And he's got no Cap. Like, he's got really nothing.
No friends.
He
From his past.
you think about it, like, literally the last thing that he remembers of being Bucky is World War II.
Yeah,
And then
pretty much.
his whole life has been a brainwash.
Yep.
Yeah. By the way,
What a life he's lived. And he
Yeah.
didn't exist
Yes.
for 5 years too. Like, fucking hell.
what made him survive for so long? Was it just the serum?
Yeah, no, because he got given like another version of the super soldier serum.
Okay.
But you hear them say it in Winter Soldier.
Right.
They constantly put him back on ice. He's frozen,
Oh,
and then when they
that's
need him, they
right.
unfreeze
Yeah.
him, send him
And
out,
then
and freeze him again.
assassinate,
So
and
he's
go
basically lived for like
Yeah.
only hours at a time.
His brain had been fried.
Yeah.
yeah,
Interesting.
And he killed Stark's parents.
Yeah. You killed my mom. That's all you need to say. The whole them getting paid thing is interesting because I think that I don't know about you guys, but once they did say like, man, he goes, we should get a loan for the thing. I was like, I did have a moment where I was like, there's like not really that many superheroes. Can't you guys divvy up some cash?
there is a fact about the Avengers pay later on.
Right.
if you want.
Yeah.
You want me to
Okay.
just
Well.
say
Okay.
now?
No. Tell me it later.
Yeah.
We'll go into it later for
Yeah.
the facts.
Yeah, that's
So-
what I said before. I just found that as if they wouldn't have money. But anyway.
Yeah. I think. Well.
Because surely the government would be paying.
No, but you need to think about too. Like, yes, the government would have been paying, but he didn't sign the Accords. He started with
okay.
Cap. He'd been on the run with Cap. They'd been making no money. They were underground.
Still.
And then
I hope that someone would fund them.
I know, but what is there now? Realistically, in the world of that story,
just make a Patreon, man. No,
I know,
okay.
but
Go fund me.
I'm saying like there is no Avengers right now, right? And
Yeah.
he's with the US. He's with the Air Force. He'd be getting paid by the Air Force, assumedly. But also, they were on the run from Civil War to Infinity War. He got blipped out of existence, and it's only 5 months after the blip. I think they're saying this episode.
Yes, yeah. It's not much.
Came back, fought in Endgame, and it's been 5 months since then. Like, yeah, he wouldn't have that much money. He would have nothing.
No, not between that point in time.
Yeah, so-
that makes a lot more sense.
Yeah.
Yeah. Then again,
If you
I'd hope
got-
you could go to like the government and be like, hey, but
See-
the economy's fucked.
Yeah,
You're right.
Exactly.
If you get blipped, was it just your flesh that gets blipped, or does everything that you own, like say like
Not
Money
everything.
in that? Does that
I think
go?
it's just your flesh.
Just you, yeah.
Yeah, you're just blipped from
because
existence.
imagine that. So you use your bank account, is everything.
Also,
'cause
it's
it- yeah.
super weird when there's like kids that are like now younger than their young brother
Yeah.
in the show.
Yeah.
That's a weird way to try and figure things out
I know, yeah.
with life.
They really gave themselves a hard aftermath to deal with.
Yeah, they really did.
I
Yeah.
think that's why they're doing the series to really delve
Fill
into a
some
bit
shit
more
out.
of it all. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, and finally, because we kind of did cover most little things. I mean, we do have our moment with Bucky where he finds, what's the name of the character? Oh my God. I should have written it down. The Japanese man.
guy. Yeah.
Yeah, I can't remember his name either. Sorry.
Well, he kills his son, RJ.
Yeah.
But, God damn it. I lost it. What's his name?
Mr. Miyagi.
Wow.
That's what it reminds me of.
Yori.
Yeah.
Yori.
Yeah.
So he finds that his son is the one that he killed years
Yeah.
ago.
I like that flashback sequence too.
Yeah, it's
That was
really good.
cool.
Super violent.
Yeah, it was.
Way more violent.
Yeah, I know.
Then I was like, they're really just going balls to the wall with the violence for this show because they haven't done it with anything else in the Marvel universe in that sense.
And I just love the Winter Soldier look, man. It's so badass.
like
the long hair over the mask is so cool. It's cool.
I like the sound.
You'd be happy, man, because everywhere there's masks at the moment.
Yeah,
Everyone's looking like Winter Soldier.
It's that specifically
Declan's walking around with a boner everywhere.
Specifically the half mask with the hair dangling down. Cool. That looks sick.
Yeah. So yeah, we have that moment with him, which is really interesting. I think it's a good character analysis with how fucked he is.
Yeah.
What's your thoughts on Torres? That wasn't on your notes there.
I mean,
he's like a sidekick character.
Torres.
Yeah. I actually quite. Yeah, it's
like the conversation.
It's interesting because it sounds like you. Yeah, I don't know if you like this stuff as much as me, but I like that part where they were sitting in Libya.
No, it's good.
And they were sitting at the cafe. Everything. I really like that. And I also thought the jacket that Sam was wearing was, I want to get a jacket like that. It was so cool.
Doesn't surprise me.
What's it called? This is like what happens with me and you when we're watching The Gentleman. We're like, so the fucking look of the things are mint.
I went on
the costume.
I went on these sites and go, far too expensive.
They're all $5,000 a suit. Yeah. But yeah, costuming was good too.
That jacket in particular, I was like,
it was cool. I saw the same jacket. That's pretty sick.
So that's the one you want for the Harley now, for the motorbike. Sorry.
That'd be during a hot ride. I'd wear that jacket. Yeah.
I see.
My leather jacket's too warm.
Good to know.
Man. Other than that, I've got nothing else on this show.
Yeah, and then obviously we get our new Captain America.
Yeah.
But that's not before we get Flag Smasher. A little bit of info about Flag Smasher.
They reckon it's a weird name, but they've played up on it.
Well, yeah, I mean, it is. It definitely is like a small villain. It feels like Crossbones or something like that.
I do like how they said, was that what happened? Everyone just comes up with bad names now.
Yeah. I like how they said that. Oh, that's pretty funny.
But a little bit of info about Flag Smasher. His name is Kari Morgenthau, and he's a freedom fighter whose goal is to liberate Earth from the oppression of national rule. Now, it's interesting because I went and did a little bit of research on the character, and his father was a politician, but he was actually trampled outside of an embassy, and he said to himself, because his father was all about peace and things like that, he said to himself, well, my father was trying to bring about peace, but he was never listened to, so he decided to do it the only way he knew people would listen. Violence. Yeah.
Right.
So he started going after national symbols, flags, and obviously, since Captain America is just a fucking big flag, he was one of the first things to go after him.
So he'll come after the new Captain America, assumedly.
Yes.
Yeah.
But he went after him, and then later on...
So I reckon that new Captain America will be shit.
Later on...
Has to happen. He'll get captured.
Yeah, he'll probably get hurt or something. That being said, later on, he started trying to import weapons to bring his whole plan to fruition.
Yeah.
And a lot of the weapons he was importing came from Red Skull.
Okay.
Not liking the actual Red Skull and finding out they were Hydra-based weapons, he actually teamed up with Captain America later and started taking out Red Skull because his beliefs didn't tie in with Red Skull's beliefs.
I wonder if Zemo is going to play the part of Red Skull in this series.
Maybe. If he comes in to play,
Zemo. Baron Zemo.
Who's that?
Daniel Bruhl's character.
Oh, yeah,
maybe.
Yeah.
No, he is.
What, he's going to become Red Skull?
No, I'm saying they will use Zemo in place of Red Skull.
Maybe. I could see that happening because he was a part of the
He was a part of that thing before.
So what you're saying is that Flag Smasher could be a goodie towards the end of this show.
If they go really strong with, like, this was a big arc, supposedly. So it would have to cut fully into an arc. And when something like, WandaVision was pretty much 1 or 2 books, this was probably spanning over decades of comics, and there were small stories of Flag Smasher. That being said, we might just get Flag Smasher get taken down through, Falcon, Winter Soldier taking him out because Captain America, the Captain America that we have, can't handle.
Or perhaps by the end, he realizes what he's been fighting with isn't what he thought it was. By the end of the series. He doesn't exactly turn to the light side by the end, but he's starting to change.
Captain America also does deal with him.
Yeah.
By the end of everything.
Yeah.
And he does take him out.
Yeah, there you go.
Because something happens with a plane. He tries to kidnap him, and then he ends up taking out Flag Smasher. Either way,
that's such a stupid name. Anyway,
it is. I mean, but it makes sense to the concept of it. But yeah, it's a shit ass name.
Yeah. It's like a B grade, like that movie Turkey Shoot.
There is a way cooler story where Roxanne, another character, takes Flag Smasher and turns him into this like a silver character. I don't know how he injects him with something as a silver character and turns him into a brainless, mindless zombie and uses him as like a goon towards Captain America. But that's in later stories.
Does Flag Smasher have like a super soldier thing going on?
No.
Well, how's he?
He seems to be very enhanced in this show.
In this, maybe he might be. But in the comic books, he was a black belt in karate by the age of 5 or something, 15 or 5.
I think,
and he's just really good at karate.
He seems enhanced because his hits seem to be similar to Captain America's.
You can get 15-year-old black belts easy.
Yeah. Well,
5.
Doesn't take long.
You
said
5.
That's hard.
It was either 5 or 15. It was one of the two. I don't know. Either way, supposedly he's a black belt, and he's good at martial arts. Okay. So there you go. He really is not an interesting villain, honestly. No. He's got an interesting backstory with his father, but past that, it's just like, he just wants a one rule.
It was cool
one nation rule.
How they set up that scene where they put all the masks out so it's hard to find him.
Yeah, I like that. I like that.
That was cool. Yeah.
And
it just said run on it so that they all ran around like crazy and he could hide in amongst them,
Even though he had 2 big bags of money.
Yeah, but he handed them off.
That's true.
Yeah.
Well played. So I think there really isn't a hell of a lot to cover, but let's get into the facts.
Yep.
Let's take the shield out of the case, flip it around, and maybe there's like a little bit of like a conversationally piece that is propaganda, and it may give us some facts. I don't know. I'm really struggling here. I'm struggling. I'm having a crack.
Maybe you could turn it around and cook some steaks on it.
Holy shit. That's for later. That's for the brisket segment.
I've been one of the big facts I've been trying to find out, because one of our big talking points for WandaVision is the budget of this show. And I can't get a solid number on it.
Okay.
Basically, when the WandaVision stuff was coming out, on Reddit threads, I was finding that it was 150 million was what the amount was being said.
But it was 250.
No, for this one.
Oh, for this one. Okay, all right, yeah. With that opening.
But then Anthony Mackie has come out now in his interviews and said that the budget is in the hundreds of millions. So I'm guessing somewhere along the line.
That opening scene was...
That's what I was thinking.
That was way better than...
That's about 20 mil there.
I would say about 300 million would seem right to me.
Probably.
For this? But that's more than Wonder.
This is going to have way more action in it.
Man, look at the opening scene.
That opening scene was way more... That was honestly crazier than anything that happened in WandaVision.
Yeah,
that's true.
I agree.
So...
By a mile.
I'll be intrigued to see what goes on with that. Well, Mackie was actually... When it was first pitched to him, he was worried about the quality of the show being a move into TV versus the cinema universe.
I haven't seen a difference yet.
But I think I think now he feels, now he's like, it was ridiculous. So I was worried about it. But I can understand, because when they first announced it, I was like, oh, what?
Yeah,
this actually looks more like a Marvel movie compared to the later part of WandaVision.
Yeah, I would agree. Yeah. The opening sequence was up there with one of the best action sequences we've seen from Marvel, man. It was ridiculous.
Yeah.
It was so good.
Yeah. Super violent.
But even all the shots.
You like violence.
I do. It feels weird because I'm not used to seeing it in these movies like that.
This last 2 episodes.
Yeah.
But no, it's only because I haven't noticed, like, it hasn't been prominent in...
I like violence.
Avengers. So do I. I like it in movies.
I think for this show you're going to have to because we need to see how brutal Winter Soldier was.
It's also somebody who has a gun. Like it's not like it's not someone who's like has a shield.
That's not. It feels more. It feels less Marvel and more Bond / Mission Impossible. This show to me, which is cool.
Newer Mission Impossible.
Yeah. With the money factor.
Yes.
So. Sam tells the banker in the show that there never was a stipend for members of the Avengers. But in the comic, Avengers number 215, it's established that as of 1981, each Avenger is provided a payment of $1,000 per week, which in today's money is $2,900 US. I'm guessing that is.
I mean, that's a very good
A
what's it
week.
called?
That's a very good. That's a good salary.
I know it is a good salary, but these guys are also risking their ass.
Yeah.
And everything.
But I mean,
they're saving the world.
You got to factor in too. Like, anytime
They're not a pilot.
when people apply for jobs these days, it's like, well, this is the salary, but also get a phone and a car. They're pretty looked up. They drive some pretty swanky cars around the place.
Plus
Audi
all the
look after them.
I think he throws the suit on just to get to places.
Yeah. They're
but they'll be getting commercial money.
yeah.
Probably stuff like that. Yeah, they're getting what's it called?
Watches
Advertisement revenue.
Watches.
All the merch.
Their housing is sorted out.
Yeah.
In the Avengers compound, it was anyway. They had very nice digs.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, all right,
I think
fair
that'll
enough.
be okay.
That's a good. Okay, fair enough.
Yeah.
All right, I'll give it to it.
And so this is my
What about the
George's.
rights to their movies?
See him on the Xbox commercials.
Yeah. George's Batroc, George's St. Pierre, was last seen in Captain America: The Winter Soldier hijacking the Lemurian Star. So that's the fact that I told you earlier. In Captain America: The Winter Soldier, Sam Wilson had a conversation with Steve Rogers in which he mentioned that his bed was too soft after he returned from war. In this episode, Bucky Barnes is shown sleeping on the floor.
Oh wow!
Okay.
So
That's
it's
consistency.
showing that he feels the same as they did. Yeah.
Wow.
That's the second appearance.
I've heard that things like that actually happen. Like people do come back and they're like, "This is doesn't feel right."
Yeah.
End up doing stuff.
I actually
like
said when I was watching, I said, "Oh, look, he's sleeping on the floor like they were talking about in that one." So I thought that's a nice. They do a nice job of keeping things flowing
Consistent.
like that. When Sam is walking around the Captain America Memorial, on the list of names of people that vanished in the blip, I don't know if you saw that scrolling up.
Yeah.
It says there's a name on there, Victoria Alonso, who's one of the main producers for the MCU. Nice little nod to
That's
them.
cool.
And then so I was actually wrong with my US agent thing, but it is it is John Walker. But so John Walker first appeared in Captain America comics as a supervillain known as Super Patriot, but eventually takes the mantle of Captain America when Steve Rogers decides to step down. Later on, Rogers returns as Cap and Walker assumes himself the persona of US agent.
Wow.
So
he might be a bad guy.
I think he will be bad. It'd be cool to have a new sort of person wearing, because US agent's pretty badass looking. He wears like a grey costume with a sort of redone American flag on his thing. He's kind of cool looking. So it'd be interesting to see where they go. But that's all the facts so far. I'm sure we'll get more as each episode comes out.
Yeah. Even a good way to do that is you can actually go into like the episodes and check the facts trivia themselves. So don't go do that. We're going to give it to you every week. Now we're on to another segment. Sack it or brisket. Dan's cinematography corner. Got to bring this up. Sorry. Little contest.
I'm waiting for his fucking creepy intro.
It is creepy. I think you got to change it.
Nah, never. A little context for new listeners. Sack it or brisket came from Dan's love of beef brisket. Check out the Enola Holmes episode and the unique term to sack that if he doesn't like something. So is he going to sack this flick's cinematography or make himself a beef brisket and love every morsel of its visuals?
Oh, you didn't do anything.
It was weird, wasn't it? It was super weird.
Weirdly, but more uncomfortable for me.
I wanted to see what would happen if I didn't do it.
It's better.
Questionable.
You got a 50-50 split.
My phone just said.
Well, I like doing it, so I'll end it with. Okay, continue.
Oh, thank God, I feel better.
Oh my God! Wow.
Dan, give us your thoughts.
Look, man, this is another one of those borderline ones. It's good. It's better than WandaVision, but it's still no brisket.
Oh, fair enough.
Even for the opening sequence.
He's been harsh on them though, which is good.
Yeah, but it's an action sequence. It's pretty. Look, it's pretty good.
So is it moments that are good? Maybe.
Yeah, it'd be moments that are good.
Right.
But yeah, other than that, it's like I said, I couldn't see a difference between this and say watching Daredevil.
Fair enough.
Oh, sorry, I mean I could see a difference.
Not Daredevil.
You could see a difference.
Yeah,
I was gonna say.
Yeah, it's good, but it's no cigar.
Okay. All right. Fair enough. So is it just what's the reasoning? Is there a reasoning?
Well, it's got to really stand out to me.
Okay.
Like I said, when I watch Snyder, I'm like, I could pause and go, "Oh man, that's a painting."
Yeah. Yeah, okay. All right, fair enough. But it does justice to the story.
Oh, yeah.
Cool. Yeah. All right, thank you, Dan. And moving on to our final thoughts. Dan, man, I start with you this time.
Okay. Yeah, this is... I'm already enjoying it more than WandaVision, I think. I think WandaVision, to me, sort of took its stride towards the end. I just like... Yeah, it's like everything when it comes in together.
Yeah.
It's not because of the slow pacing. Like I can get with that, but it's just I don't know. I just get agitated. I just want to get info straight away.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's cool. I opened up with a bang, like a real big bang.
Yeah.
I was keen for a second episode. It's good to see a bit more of his backstory about his parents and the fishing boat and stuff, and more about Bucky as well. He's trying to be like a normal human.
Yeah.
Going to a shrink. Actually, there's one shot that stood out. I liked the shot where it was just cut from here up.
Yeah.
It was a minimal shot, and it had that blue sort of painting behind him.
Yeah, they did some interesting
Negative
stuff in that
space
scene, didn't they?
Yeah.
That's
I
probably
like
the
that.
most creative Marvel's ever
And the
been with
close-ups.
angles.
Yeah. So that was cool because trying to get into the head of.
Yeah.
Yeah, there was a lot of close-ups in the psychologist's office for sure.
Yeah. I didn't like Bucky's intro to Mr. Miyagi. What's his name?
Yori.
Yeah, just the whole scene of with him having a fight with that guy.
He's
the
just
trash
older.
can. Yeah, I don't think it needed that at all. I liked how Yori pushed Bucky to have the date with that chick.
Yeah,
that was cool. And how Bucky was trying to stop the poor doing this. Just little things like that. I thought it was cool. But look, I'm keen to see where it goes. As you guys have said, the new Captain America could be bad. Flag Smasher could go good.
Good, yeah.
Daniel Bruhl's still got to show up.
So good.
I'm keen to see the two Bucky and Falcon to team up and go on a fight. So, and judging from the trailer, there's some hectic stuff that's going to happen. So, yeah. So overall, it's good so far.
Yeah. No need for a score.
Not yet.
Until the end of the show.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was going to say though, Daniel Bruhl. Did you know how many languages he knows?
Yeah, he's insane.
Yeah.
Like 7 or 8 languages.
Yeah.
He's an underused actor, I think. I think he's good in Rush, man. He's good in that.
Yeah. But I'd be surprised because I don't think he's underused. I think we just don't watch all of these movies that he makes all over the world.
He did a lot of German cinema.
Yeah.
Like that's how Tarantino saw him.
Yeah.
I know that I've seen him in German movies before and things like that. Like he's famous over there.
I'd love to do a run on some of his films. He's fantastic.
Yeah. He's incredible. Yeah.
Declan.
Yeah. No, I'm excited to see where the show goes now. Like the who is going to eventually take up the new mantle, or what the answer to the void of no cap is going to be now is interesting.
Yeah.
And an interesting thing that Marvel externally outside of the show has to figure out.
Yeah, pretty much.
Losing Chris Evans and Downey Jr.
By the way,
they're two figureheads,
Sorry to interrupt.
No, you're right.
Is Captain America dead?
He's just
retired. He's gone. Like they don't know who he is.
They can't let the world know that he still exists.
Yeah. All right. Okay. Because there was a moment where I was like, "Is he dead?"
No. But the world at large
thinks he is.
Because remember in Spider-Man: Far From Home, there's in the memorial video that they do, he's part of it.
Oh yeah. All right.
So I
think they just don't show him anymore. Like he's gone off to his own little home somewhere, and he's just it's almost like witness protection.
Yeah. Well, like no, I think only Sam and Bucky are the only two that know he's around.
Yeah.
He's the only one that he revealed himself.
In all retrospect, they could kind of bring these characters back with a dimensional
old
thing.
Version.
They could.
Or
I hope they don't.
They could see him as an old person.
That as well. He could be a wisdom figure.
Yeah.
Sorry.
I mean, they totally could.
Yeah.
I forgot where I was going.
Are you talking about how they got to find a way to bring Captain America in?
Yeah. How they're going to fill that
void.
Fill the void of their two figureheads being gone is interesting externally. But what I'll say is, for me, I'm just keen to watch more of this show, because if that's the first action sequence they're going to show, what the fuck else is going on, man?
Yeah,
that's true. I hope that it's not just going to be the first one there and then the last one. The big one again. I really hope that's not going to happen.
This show is already, there's just going to be more act. There just is going to be more action.
Yeah, I really do hope that it's going to be action throughout.
I think they said
each episode.
Yeah.
Yeah, because that would make it well paced, I think, with these characters.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah.
Very good. Thank
it.
you, Declan.
No worries.
Your thoughts?
All around, I enjoyed it, but I'm more interested to what's going to come next. I do think that it's a nice little opener. There were moments, and I stand by what I said before, there were moments I still feel like it's just a bit slow, and I wasn't super invested completely.
But that's because you watched Justice League.
Probably. I mean, I don't know. It's just because I don't know. I've maybe because we watched 2 very action-packed episodes of WandaVision as well, but like before it, you know, and I'm used to that now. But I do think that I'm more interested with what's to come than what we've just had, and I do like the opening moment. Like that was fantastic. And if there is more of that, and if there is more even of the Bucky past type of stuff, I'm intrigued with that as well.
Yeah.
I just to butt in, I like these characters because they're grounded.
Yeah, they're people.
Yeah.
They're not like,
That's what I like
they're not superhumans. They are, but they're not really. Like they're enough where you can feel like they're doing things or they're working with problems that people have.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, I think we can wrap it up.
Yeah.
Fair enough. We just reviewed the first episode of Falcon and the Winter Soldier. What we're going to be calling it is Fours. Makes sense.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
What?
I know that face. That's the really.
My face is going to look at Declan and we just both laugh.
Wow.
Didn't do anything then.
No.
Drag me in.
No, I was just like, okay.
Okay,
My mind just went on a sexual thing. But anyway.
Wow. Okay.
All right. I see where it went now.
So we just finished reviewing Falcon and the Winter Soldier, episode 1. I'm Reece.
I'm Dan.
Give me that shield. I'm Declan.
And you have a good week.
Respect.